People who were missing as a child. What happened? I was 8 when I discovered my parents weren't actually my parents. It started with me being obsessed with finding our Christmas decorations. Mom kept saying they were somewhere in the attic, but never actually went up there herself. So one Saturday morning, I dragged a chair over and climbed up into that dusty, spider-filled nightmare. I was moving boxes around, sneezing constantly, when I knocked over this old shoebox. Papers scattered everywhere. Most of it was boring adult stuff. Tax forms, old bills, receipts for appliances we didn't even have anymore. But then I saw it. A newspaper clipping, yellowed and crinkled, with a photo that made my blood freeze. Local girl still missing after 3 months. Family desperate for answers. The little girl in the grainy photo had my exact face. Same dark curls, same gap between my front teeth, same birthmark on my left cheek. But the name underneath read, Anna Rodriguez, age 5. My parents had always called me Grace Mitchell. I sat in that attic for an hour, reading and rereading the article. Anna Rodriguez had disappeared from a playground in Phoenix. Her biological parents were pleading for her safe return. There was even a description of what she was wearing, a purple Disney shirt and light-up sneakers. I remembered those sneakers. I remembered loving them so much I cried when they got too small. That night at dinner, I couldn't eat. My hands were literally shaking as I placed the newspaper clipping next to my mom's plate. Why is there a missing person article about me in our attic? The silence was deafening. My mom dropped her fork, and it clattered against her plate so loud it made me jump. My dad went completely white, like all the blood had drained from his face. Sweetheart, my mom whispered, where did you find this? Does it matter where I found it? Why do I have a different name? Why are there people in Phoenix looking for me? My parents looked at each other with these expressions I'd never seen before. Guilt, fear, something else I couldn't identify. Finally, my dad cleared his throat. We need to tell you something we probably should have told you years ago. They explained that they'd found me at a truck stop in Nevada when I was 5 years old. I was wandering around alone, dirty, scared, and couldn't remember how I'd gotten there. I was malnourished and had bruises on my arms. You kept saying bad people will find me whenever we mentioned calling police, my mom said, tears in her eyes. You begged us not to call anyone. You said the bad people would come back. So they made a decision that changed all our lives. They took me home, gave me a bath, fed me, and when I still refused to let them contact authorities after 3 days, they just kept me. They moved from Nevada to Oregon, changed my name to Grace, enrolled me in school, and raised me as their own daughter. They said I gradually stopped having nightmares and started acting like a normal kid. We were young and stupid, my dad said. We just wanted to protect you, but we always planned to tell you when you were older. The real bombshell came when we decided to contact the police with that newspaper clipping. I was terrified, but I needed to know the truth about Anna Rodriguez and why I'd been so scared of going